Alright guys, I'm just getting home from working on an account and I had a meeting with a score mentor that was so helpful. I was telling him about my job and I'm like, so I had these people coming in today constantly wanting to use the bathroom. I don't mind when I'm cleaning it, but when I'm mopping, I do mind. So I had this lady come downstairs and she says, do you mind if I use your bathroom? The bathroom? Okay, I got my mop out. I got my little green scrubby because today I wanted to clean like the the extra dirt off the baseboards and the floor. This place needs a lot of work. And I haven't had the time and I haven't been given permission to clean at that level. So I was given permission today, so I'm cleaning, I'm working with products, the floor is wet, and I'm thinking, can you not see this? So I said, well, actually, I'm in the middle of things, which was a no, right? So she's like, I'll see if I can use our bathroom upstairs. And I'm thinking, good idea, but I didn't say anything, right? Like, is it not obvious? So I had a couple issues with the cleaning, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to need some things to really get this stuff off the floor. I'm going to need this planned even better, right? So I'm like, okay, well, mop up the floor. It's wet. Mop it up. Do the best you can right now. Wrap it up. Shut the door and let it dry, right? So let it dry before anyone wants to use this bathroom. The minute I shut the door, this girl comes over. She's like, I have to use the bathroom. And I looked at her and I'm like, it's not okay to use the bathroom right now. I said, I just literally mopped it. She takes the key and she goes, oh, that's fine. And she walks on my wet floor. And I'm just like, you gotta be kidding me, right? So I couldn't say anything. That's her behavior. I can't control her behavior, right? So I told my boss what happened, and I'm like, the reason why I'm telling you this is number one, I don't know who the person I said no to was. Was it the owner upstairs? I don't know. But my answer is still no, right? And this person should have known better. And then it almost felt catty. I was telling my boss that because I said no to her, someone else wanted to make sure they had the key and got in the bathroom. So I'm like, look, I just had, I don't know what's going on. She's like, well, it's Labor Day, so this is probably what's going on. But I was telling my score mentor about it and how I had covered myself at work because before I had been working at an account and this lady kept wanting to talk to me when I was working. And I was not letting her talk to me and talk my ear off because I had work to do. As soon as that happened, I started having issues at this account. And she started making up things about me, saying things about me, and I lost a job, I believe, because of her making up things. So now I am very, very aware of like who I'm talking to when I'm on a job. This is why I think people need to be on the floor like a assistant manager to deal with things because there's so many things that happen with women. And I was telling my score mentor that I actually prefer, working with guys. They are just very simple. I have sons, very easy to work with. You just say things, they're simple. But tomorrow I'm cleaning a home and I'm looking so forward to it because it's a different type of class of people that my target market is for. People who communicate better, people who are more gracious, more nurturing, more not as catty, more upper class, and they just don't play these games. So I was telling him as I clean this upper class home tomorrow, I'm a little nervous with the people skills because I've had this stuff happen before. And it's a whole different class. So he's like, well, this is what I would do. And so those people skills for a different class of people are important. So I'm excited tomorrow to do that. And, this is good practice for me when I have my cleaning business to be like, you know what? This is who I'm hiring and these are my expectations. I had a girl the other day that I worked with who took her time starting the job. It was like an hour later. It was like an hour, I think 2 weeks before. It took her to unpack her vehicle to start cleaning. And I'm like, geez, if I had this company, I would not be hiring her. And the same with, the owner of this company I'm working for. He's like, why are we keeping these people that don't show up? And I said, exactly. Why do you keep people who don't show up? Why do you do that? If you don't show up, I was raised, if you don't show up, you don't have a job. And I don't know why people give people so many chances with jobs.